Grace and peace, everybody. Thanks for being one of our Chapter House prayer partners. I went to the wrong church on Sunday. One of our Chapter House pastors was preaching here in Detroit, and so I went to go show my support and cheer him on because it's always nice to see a friendly face in the crowd. And I got the church wrong. So about halfway through the church service, I was like, I better double check my notes, and I was sure enough like 30 minutes away. But it's a good thing, and I got up and left and went and supported my friend and got there in time to hear him preach. But it was a good thing that I went to the wrong church because God had something for me there. The worship leader had a message of encouragement. She talked about the fact that David refused to wear Saul's armor to fight Goliath because the armor had yet been untested. She made the point that we can trust God because God has been tested, and that God is testing us to see if we can be trusted for something greater. And I'm happy to report, man, that I've been through the fire. I've been tested. The chapter house has been through the fire. The chapter house has been tested. And it made me so excited to think that all of the stuff that we all go through, the stuff that you've been through, the stuff that I've been through, the chapter house has been through, all that stuff, all that's past is prologue. It's all preparation and readiness for what comes next. So we are so excited for what God is doing through and with the ministry of the Chapter House. We are so pleased to be a part of all that God intends for the future of the church, and we want to thank you for praying with us. Our prayer request this week, of course, number one, that God would be pleased and honored and glorified by everything we do at the Chapter House, that we would not just do things God likes, that we would just do things that God likes. Number two, we're praying for discernment because it's our intention over the next 1,000 years. I don't think I'm going to be alive for 1,000 years, but it's our intention for the next 1,000 years. Our 1,000-year vision is that we'd put a chapter house in every state in the United States and a chapter house in every country on the planet. And we're just about ready to launch our second chapter house. So we're praying for wisdom and discernment about where that chapter house should be. We think it's likely going to be stateside. We think it's likely going to be either in the Pacific Northwest, somewhere between really Sacramento and Vancouver, somewhere over there, or probably in the Dallas Metroplex, or in New York State. And so those are kind of the three big places that we're seeking the face of God about, and just pray. And of course, we could be wrong. The Lord could speak to us differently, and we could be somewhere totally else. There could be some other opportunity, but that's currently what we're praying and currently what we're kind of seeing. And we ask that you'd pray with us for wisdom and discernment. And then last but not least, number three, we're in the middle of a fundraising campaign. We're about 2 weeks into our official campaign. We've been given a $200,000 funds matching grant, which and year to date we've raised about $79,600, just a little over that. And so we want to raise an additional $120,000 and change to maximize the grant because, of course, for a little organization like ours, that's a game changer. That allows us to do things a little differently and to do a whole lot more ministry to support our pastors. So again, thanks for praying with us. Thanks for standing in our corner. If I can do anything to bless you or the people God has entrusted to your care, please don't hesitate to reach out.